What's up, everybody? Welcome to the movie wizard and his cinephile Olivia. Today, we're going to be doing the movie The Conjuring Last Rites. We just got back from watching it. Olivia, tell us what you think about the movie.
I thought it was great. I think I could be Lorraine Warren if I really wanted to. I just gotta channel my inner spiritualism and I'll be chit-chatting to everybody out here. I think that it was really good. I did watch number 1 and number 2 before I came to this one. I didn't have time to watch the third one, which is okay. I don't think that one was my favorite anyways. But it was real good to have a refresher and see how the characters in the movie handle their situations that they're put through. Do you want to add anything to it?
Yeah, okay. Okay, now, it's a 2 hour and 15-minute long movie. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 54%. Fandango gave it 78%. IMDb gave it 6.6 out of 10%. And in our opinion, this movie was way better than Weapons. I think, right?
Yes.
Now this movie is about in 1986, paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren travel to Pennsylvania to vanquish a demon from a family's home. And allegedly this demon we were kind of putting together was Annabelle?
I don't know. Like, I really couldn't tell because you had the other things pulling a facade, so I don't know if that was the demon in this one. Well, because when in the first Annabelle, what demon is in Annabelle?
Well, one of them was the nun, and one of them was Annabelle.
You have Valak, which is the nun, but then you have Annabelle, but Annabelle's not Annabelle Higgins. Like, what demon is in her that she's that powerful?
I don't know, but like the first Conjuring, there was that witch in the basement.
That was Bathsheba.
Yeah. Okay. Well, The Conjuring Last Rites is the 9th and final installment of the original Conjuring universe, released on September 5th, starring Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson as Ed and Lorraine. The plot and premise: the film follows the iconic paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren as they confront what is marketed as their most terrifying case yet. It centers on the Smurl family who move into a house that becomes a nightmare due to a demonic infestation in blue-collar area of Pennsylvania. The narrative also explores the Warrens' personal life, including an encounter with a haunted mirror that triggers Lorraine's labor, resulting in a brief stillbirth for their daughter Judy before she is arrived. Okay, what was the most disturbing part of the movie for you?
Okay, disturbing and not... Because I had there was the scariest part, which is the face at the end of the bed. So this dude, he has glasses and he
the father of the
family in the house, the family of 8. He went to bed, he took his little glasses off, put them up on the table, and the door opened. And this is why I keep all my doors closed. It's I'd rather hear one open than hear it slam shut. So he hears it open. He drops his glasses off the bedside table, and then he goes and puts them on. And when he looks at the end of the bed, there's this little thing holding on to the bed rails, and then he starts floating. He just starts floating in the air. Personally, that was the scariest part, but the most disturbing
not only did he start floating, don't forget when he started floating, he started getting choked.
Right, he was choking, and then everything else in the house started going with that one. But the disturbing part I felt was at the end with the mirror, when it kind of lodged itself in the stairs when it went sideways after spinning. And it was dragging through his legs,
Dude, one of the guys peeling his skin off his leg, right?
Yeah, the leg was these are his legs, and the mirror was being pulled, pushed forward by the entity, and it's dragging him. He's pinned by his throat.
Yeah.
Under the mirror, so it's one leg's around his throat, one leg is on his leg as he's being pushed backwards by this mirror. So that was probably, I would not want that to happen to me. So
I'll tell you, one thing I didn't like about the movie is that Lorraine Warren, she's supposed to be the bad ass during all the movies, and yet in this one, she's acting afraid and scared and screaming the whole time until the very end.
But if you think about it, she was told, both her and Ed were told that you can't keep doing this if he has a heart attack, this is gonna happen. And remember, she's already seen his death. She's already scared with these premonitions and stuff.
I totally agree. Until you already decide you're there for your daughter and you're in that house. Okay.
She's trying to leave.
I know, but she was like, no, the daughter wasn't leaving. Don't know. We gotta help these
Dawn's a
families.
grown woman. We should have left her there personally.
Well, okay, that's so it's good to know you're gonna leave your daughter behind. That's good to know. Great family you have. Appreciate
If
it.
she's possessed, everybody's packing up. We're going.
So, what was your favorite part?
Oh, I liked when they got married at the end. I thought that was real cute.
Corny ass.
No, for real. I don't know. Can you tell me yours?
Well, the favorite part because I don't usually jump, but what it was when the dude dropped his glasses. That scene, that made me jump, and then the scene that pissed me off is when they hurt the dog.
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't
that
like
was
that.
unnecessary.
I didn't like that. I was like, oh, what's your point? Well, you're not trying to hurt the dog for because was he annoying because he was barking? Okay, I get it.
Well, but also dogs and cats and animals sense the paranormal, so maybe they're just like he shut up. Like
a little late on that scene. Everyone's seen the damn woman out there.
nose bleeding, her face is all messed up. We don't know she's possessed.
The dog was like, we gotta get the hell out of here. What are we still doing here, people?
No, my favorite part was when she was in the attic.
That was the dumbest part. Mom, are you up there? Yeah, your mom's in the attic.
Okay, but her mom also goes to haunted places. You don't think she would go into the attic of a haunted house?
Not by herself, no.
I do, 100%.
No.
She
I was like, hey,
the whole
Mom.
house by herself.
Mom, are you up there? If you don't reply, I'm not going up that ladder.
But also, she has the same power as her mom, so I don't know why she wasn't.
She doesn't know how to use it. She didn't know how to use it. She was always told not to use it and run. But like at that point, some kind of instinct needs to I'm not going up that ladder into the attic.
Lucy Lockett lost her pocket. How does it go?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Kitty Fisher found it.
That way, it was a good one. It was better than the last one. The devil made me do it.
I do not remember that one.
It was good because that one was actually, the dude was kind of found. He was found guilty, but he got released sentence because
of their investigation.
Well, in court because they're like saying, excuse me, they're saying, well, if you swear on the Bible, that means you have to acknowledge the devil and God. And this dude's claiming he was possessed, but you don't accept the demon. What are we doing here? So I guess that's what the lawyers were fighting about in that case. But that was actually a true case. That was actually a good movie, but this one was up there. There were some dead spots in the movie but at least this movie's trying to give you a storyline, unlike a background story of everybody, unlike Weapons. So it was better than Weapons. I'll give you that. Not the movie of the year for me, obviously. It's not the movie of the year, but it was good. It had me entertained. I usually fall asleep.
He laughed like 17 times.
Yeah.
A little bit too much.
Well, there were some funny parts. I don't remember which ones I laughed at.
You laughed when she tripped on a board. You laughed when she ran into the wall. You laughed when she screamed. Like, you laughed the whole movie.
Well, there was like those scenes to me. It's like, what are you doing? You know. So I mean, it was good. The first scene, like I said, this was a way better movie than Weapons. Not the movie of the year, obviously. These type of movies are never going to win the movie of the year. But it's it was an entertaining movie, especially if you like horror, scary movies. Okay, so I recommend. This is a more from 1 to 5. What's your
Ooh, 4.5.
4.5.
No, that's too high. 4.
Okay, I was going to give it a 3 or a 3.5.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I'm very critical of I'm a very hard kind of movie rater. But it was a good movie. I really do like it. So I recommend this one I would rent this on Amazon Prime other than Weapons so far. So other than that, I'm going to give you guys a little chronological order of the Conjuring franchise. The first movie you're supposed to see is The Nun. The second movie is Annabelle Creation, and then The Nun 2. Then Annabelle, then The Conjuring, then Annabelle Comes Home, The Conjuring 2, The Conjuring The Devil Made Me Do It, and The Conjuring Last Rites. That's the chronological order. There's 9 of them.
Aren't there 3 Annabelles?
I said that. Annabelle Creation, Annabelle, and Annabelle Comes Home.
I thought Annabelle Comes Home was all in one. The Annabelle Comes Home. Sorry.
Okay. But yeah, so other than that, I hope you guys like our reviews. And like we said, we're pretty good at this stuff. Well, we think we are. And I'm very critical. And this was an entertaining movie. And if you would like to be a guest on the podcast to talk about a movie that you've seen, you hit me up and I'll make sure I see it. And you can be also a cinephile guest on the podcast. Okay, well, thank you for listening to another episode of the movie wizards. And I'll talk to you guys next time.